Hi, it's Lina, and today it's T, and today I am learning about the deployment with Docker Compose. So this project is actually still related with the previous project. First one, we need to create an env file in the root project directory to store variables that will be read by Docker Compose. This is the format of the env file. So in WSL, in the root project directory, we try to code. Okay, in the root project directory, we are needed to create .env file with the format like this. I just copied it. Okay, next. This is the format of Docker Compose. According to documentation of Docker Compose relies on a YAML configuration file, usually named compose.yaml. The compose.yaml file follows the rules provided by the Compose specification in how to define multi-container applications. So the Compose file is defining version, services which is required, networks, volumes, configs, and secrets. Here is the source where I took all the information for the slide. Okay, for the service MongoDB, we are using MongoDB image with the latest tag and provide a MongoDB name for the container and host in this service. This container will always restart if the container stops. And these are the environment variables. For username, we are reading the value of Mongo user variable in the env file that we have created in the previous section slide. Same with the password. Where is my mouse? Okay, no publish and our expose port, and we are trying to mounting between Docker volume, which is MongoDB data, and the container path /data/db. Oh, by the way, so that means we need to check, have we created a volume named MongoDB data? If the volume hasn't created just yet, we need to create at the end of the Docker Compose file. And then the last one is we are using the network x_net. Okay, so the image we are using is Mongo with the tag latest, and then the container name and the host name we are using MongoDB. With the environment username, we are taking the value of user in env file, Mongo_user, also with Mongo_password. Okay, and for the volume, we are mounting between MongoDB_data volume on the Docker and to data/db to the container path data/db/ or not / the networks that we are using is XNet. Is that okay? Okay, no publish or expose port. I guess that's all for service MongoDB. For the Mongo UI service, we are using Mongo Express image with the latest tag. Mongo UI as the name of the container, also the host in the service, this container will always restart if the container stops. This container will run after MongoDB container or service runs. With the environment variables, yes, fill in the connection string. Okay, publish port 8081 to the host, port 8081 to the container port, and then using network xnet, x_net. Sorry. Okay, let's check it. The services is Mongo UI. With the container name is Mongo UI. Host name Mongo UI also. The image we are using is Mongo Express with the tag latest, and the container will run after MongoDB, depends on MongoDB container. And then the environment, we are taking the value of Mongo user in the env file. The same also for the Mongo password. I want Mongo. And for the config MongoDB URL, we are needed to fill in the connection string to MongoDB. Okay, the connection string to MongoDB. Publish ports 8081 to the host and 8081 to the container port. With the networks x_net. Next is for the service as xclone. We have to build the Docker file that was created in the previous video, and then give the name xclone to the container, also the host. Use unless stopped for the restart type of this service. This container service will run after the MongoDB and Mongo strip UI containers or services are running. We are publishing port 5000 to the host and 5000 to the container port, and we need to also to use the same network, which is x_network. Okay, this is the service of xclone. We are trying to build the Docker file from the Docker file that we created in the previous video, which is located in the app directory. And then we are using x_clone as the container name, also the host name. The restart type should be unless stopped. And for the ports for the host is 5000 and the ports for the container is 5000. The networks that we are using is the same as the other services, which is x_net, and this service will run after MongoDB and Mongo UI. So this service is running after MongoDB and then Mongo UI. Okay, done. The networks and the volumes of the services we are trying to describe it in the compose file too. So the network should be okay. I haven't translated it yet. The name is x_net. The name of the networks is the x_net, and the driver type is bridge. And for the volume, we are trying to create the volume with the name MongoDB_data, and the driver type is local. Okay, the networks, we give the name of the networks is x_net with the driver type is bridge. Also the volumes, we need to create volume name MongoDB and the driver type is local. Oh, by the way, we need to check, do we have already the network name x_net, because docker network, yes, we haven't had the network's name x_net. The same with the volume, I guess. Yeah, we haven't had the volume named MongoDB_data. So once this Docker Compose is up, it will create a network named x_net and volume name MongoDB_data. Okay, let's try to compose it up. What is it? Okay, it's running. Okay, I forgot to put it. Your application running on port is available. Okay, after the Docker Compose up, we supposed to be able to open it with the browser localhost 5000 and localhost 8081. Let's try to sign up. I'm using blah 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 gmail.com. No, it's not actually blah blah blah, it's cas. And the username, the full name SDNK. Okay, no. Okay, now let's check if the xclone has already connected to our database in Mongo Express in the test and then the user. Yep, it is connected already. We can see the data that we just created with the username and full name D and password and the email gmail.com. All the services working. Yay! Thank you. Bye bye.